In a world where everyone is struggling to find staff, I am not. Good morning and welcome to In the Car with Clint. It is afternoon. I'm trying to bank some of these bad boys up. I had a message on the Instagram, on the DMs. Someone slid into my DMs and said, hey mate, you got any tips on recruiting staff? You never seem to have any troubles. And full disclosure, you would have seen a video maybe a year ago, 9 months ago, where we were having a little bit of trouble, but it was a very, very, very small patch. And I think it was kind of like the joining of, it was like the end of, well, towards the end of landscapers not being able to find staff, and I was like, oh, maybe we can't too, but it seems to have re-corrected itself. Anyway, not what you're still watching for. So for me, the process of recruiting staff and talented team members starts 10 years ago. And I know that doesn't help anyone that's trying to do it today, but the reality is we are branding our business as an employer of choice. In my mind, not everyone agrees. We do have people that don't want to work with us and that have left and it doesn't work for them, but the majority of the time, the people that we want to stay at WaterPro, Hectagon, Railways, Lawn Hub, come on board and do not leave, because their values are in line and all that. So at the start, it comes down to branding. You want to make sure that the way that it is to work at your business is honestly portrayed in your social media all the time. So there's a lot of good things that we do, and some of the things we don't talk about because it's private and personal, and I don't do it for the public eye, but a lot of the stuff that we do, we celebrate people's birthdays, and we celebrate people's wins, and we celebrate people's tenure, and we don't do a great job of that. I'm working on that in the sidelines for any staff that are watching, but we're always sharing with the world what it's like to work at WaterPro and what it means to be part of the Hectagon team and what it means to be part of the Railways team and so on. And what that does is it gives us a funnel of potential candidates, even people that might still be in high school, that are aware of the businesses, and so that when we put an ad out, they are aware of it, and their family might be going, oh hey, you remember how when you were younger we went and met the guys at Railways and you loved the trucks, and you always joked about working there one day? Well, they've just had an ad go up and there's a job in the yard, and then all of a sudden that person's applying because they have a preconceived idea about what it would be like to work there. The main purpose of that content is to highlight the values of the company. And for me, if there's a misalignment of values, no relationship is going to work. And that is the same from a supplier-customer relationship, your accountant with you relationship, your husband-wife relationship. It doesn't matter what it is. If you do not have values that are in line, it is not going to work. And it's the same with business partnerships. You see it all the time. Oh, partnerships don't work. Well, they do, but they don't if your values are out of line. And it's the same with marriages. But no one sits down at the start and goes, all right, what are your 12 immutable laws of marriage, baby? It just doesn't happen, right? They just go, oh yeah, I love her, I'm gonna get married. And then it all goes to shit because you have completely different values. It is no different with staff. So we make it very clear around the 12 immutable laws. We make it very clear around our expectations and what we do as a company. Then we talk openly in the market about all the fun things that we're doing. Then when we post an ad on Seek, or, well, Korea one doesn't work, Seek, just, and on our socials, we get these people that are like, oh wow, that's the excitement level in their house at home. Oh wow, they're hiring. If I don't get this job, it's just going to be the end of the world as I know it. And then they send in an application, and usually when that happens, say we have 60 people apply for a job, there's usually one or two that stand out as the people that we're going to interview. And in a lot of cases, it's only one. And what that can be is the one that heavily references the 12 immutable laws, or some kind of context around the fact that they'd met one of us, or that they used to work somewhere, or that they've always thought about working there. Obviously, they have a resume with some skill sets attached to it. Skill sets I'm very, very low concern about. Personality is the main one. And so then they apply, and I've got a bit of a knack for it. I'll be like, that's the one, interview them. The team are getting good at that as well. And they just stand out because they've got context around the business, that their values are in line. And then we might get less people apply for jobs, but a higher percentage of them are appropriate for the position, rather than it just being a scattergun approach. And it saves them wasting their time, and it saves us wasting our time. So to recap, if you are having trouble recruiting, one, make sure you are branding your business to future employees as well as customers. Two, be very clear on your values so that they are publicly available so people can determine whether or not they are aligned. And then when people see a job ad come up, they are likely to apply. That is it. It's that simple. It's not that simple, but those are a few pieces that you can take and add them to your add those strings to your bow, and hopefully your recruitment process becomes more simple. Obviously, keeping in mind, you need to be paying on or above market. You need to be treating your existing team members with love and respect and kindness, because they are your biggest advocate for future employees, team members in your business. If you have any questions or I've missed anything, hit me up in the comments. I would love to know if this is something that you're deploying in your business, or if you are just paying so much money that you get heaps of applicants. I don't know. But anyway, be kind to each other, be kind to yourself, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.